Hey y'all, it is so nice to be back. I hope everyone is feeling wonderful. I am feeling much better. So this first part of this video is I think this was 2 weeks ago. It's when I started cleaning and then all the stuff happened and I just had to stop and take a break, which thank you guys again. Y'all were so awesome. All the kind words and I really appreciate it. So I think Wednesdays, they are going to be my normally or regular scheduled day for my video. So probably about 9 o'clock will be my time. I chose this time. I like an earlier time for a video, but I needed to be realistic. That is kind of going to be my theme this year. So I'm trying to stay on track too. 9 o'clock on Wednesdays because I work Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And I usually get home anywhere between 6 and 8:30, so that'll give me enough time to upload my video and, do everything and make sure it's all right. So y'all can expect something from me Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Again, so if this, like I said, this video, the first part of it was filmed like 2 weeks ago, and then I continued with the dishes because, dishes are always there for you, just like laundry. They're just, that friends you don't really want, but they're still there anyway. Oh, you should always want your friends. But so I am feeling much better. I'm finally trying to find a little bit of a sleep routine. Again, I'm not sure how long it's going to last with my job, but that's okay. I am getting a little bit better with it. It's there's a lot of dizziness I've noticed when I'm working, but I think that has more to do with my ear and the fluid in it. Like I'm still sleepy and a little groggy, but this week was much better than last week. But of course too, I didn't have all that emotional crap of my son leaving and all that. So, and one thing I wanted to share with y'all, I know I've been really bad about not doing my devotions, and just my prayer life has really been kind of non-existent recently. Not necessarily on purpose. I'm not, that's not good. But regardless. So this morning, sleep has obviously been a really big issue with this job. That's really the only issue with my job is the sleep. I can't sleep during the day. I'm tired during the day, but I'm just not, when it's time for me to go to sleep, like before work, I can't. So, which is just frustrating. When you spend the majority of your life like, I'm so tired, I just want a nap, I just need a nap. And now I have a job where I need to take a nap during the day, and I'm allowed to take a nap during the day, and not that I wasn't allowed to before, but it's something everyone's like, you need to go to sleep before you go to work. And then I go lay down and my mind's like, oh, no, we're not going to do this. We're only tired and want to sleep when you're awake and you can't. So I've really been struggling with trying to go to sleep. So I did a devotion. This is my back room, by the way, y'all. I'm just going back in here, setting a 20-minute timer and organizing and putting stuff up. It's pretty self-explanatory once I get into the video. But so I was saying this morning, a lot of the messages at church have been about putting God first. And I have not done that. And this morning I got up and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to check my bank app and I'm going to check my YouTube and I'm going to check my, emails and all that. And I was like, no, you're not, Erica. It just dawned on me. I was like, put God first. So I did my devotion and I really enjoyed Charles Stanley. I like his son too. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what his name is, but I have been doing a devotion on and off now for 6 months, ironically, but it's only a 2-week devotion, but I'm terrible with doing it. And it's on peace, and the message for today was about going to sleep. That if you have struggle going to sleep and you cannot find peace when you're trying to go to sleep, you need to put God first in your mind. And I was like, are you serious? Well, no, of course I'm serious. I know God's always serious, but I was like, this is exactly what I needed to hear today. Because I have to go to work tonight. Well, when you guys hear this, I've already been at work. So I'm doing this voiceover Tuesday day, and I've got to be at work tonight at 10 o'clock, but I have to go to sleep before then. And I start to worry about whether or not I'm going to get sleep. Beforehand, I'm always like, I'm exhausted, but I know I need to sleep. And then I worry myself, and I lay here, and I'm like, I got to go to sleep. And I end up wasting more time trying to tell myself that I need to go to sleep than actually falling asleep. That stuff I should probably make note of the video because I just got off topic. On the couch was carpet refresher, or the sprinkle carpet powder stuff. I like to put it underneath my cushions, so when you sit down, it just kind of whoof. It's a waft of pleasant smell instead of waft of like stinky butt smell. My dogs like this couch back here. I also stripped the cushions because they needed washed really bad. This couch, though, I have to say, my dogs and my kids, where they had kind of taken over it, it may be a lost cause, so I don't know. But I got that idea. I know she's said before it's something she's always done, but Gypsy Love does it. I first saw her put the carpet refresher stuff underneath her cushions because her dogs and stuff get up there, which I have a feeling her couch is probably clean enough to eat off of, where mine, I don't even know if I want to sit on it without my socks. So I decided I was going to take all these pictures and stuff down and just kind of restart this room, and curtain fell down because stuff doesn't stay in our walls very well where it's not necessarily sheetrock. Like I said, we do live in a double wide, so it's a little bit, the stuff is the quality is lacking. But for the time being, I'm just going to kind of turn this room into a study type homeschool room. It's not a homeschool room because nobody's doing school back here, and I don't have any homeschool stuff, so I don't really have a purpose for this room right now, which is okay with me. I have absolutely no problem having nothing to do with this room as long as it's clean. So it's not in the back of my mind. It is in the back of the house, but I don't have to worry about it because I know that it's off and clean. This wall has, I don't know what on it. I know there was some tart from a tart warmer that had sat up here at one point, but then I really don't know what else I was washing off of it, but this is just pine sol and water. Kids amaze me sometimes how they can make a mess, and it's almost just like I'm just impressed. Like I don't know how that was even physically possible. So I just wanted to kind of clean down the wall. I have some paint to touch up in here. I just have to find it. I don't even know if it's still good. I went and got a little scraper thing to scrape off the tart. It looked like it had spilled down the wall. But I'm going to touch up this room. I thought I was going to repaint it like the ghost ship color, but I really like the green. I really like the dark colors. I've got in my mind like a old school, like smoking lounge type, old turn of the century hunting lodge, even though we don't hunt, but that's kind of what I was thinking of. So I decided to go ahead and move this chair into there. I figured it would go with the theme, and because again I have to I'm not going to say punish myself, that's a bit extreme, but as y'all see, I'm piling it up just like I piled up the chair in here. I can't have surfaces. If I have a surface in a room that I use on a daily basis, I'm going to cover it up. I don't know why I do it, and it irritates the snot out of me that I'll even think about, don't put that there, Erica, and then I'm like, hey, okay, well, I'm gonna put it here anyway. This was several days later. I just was trying to keep everything in order. I had washed the cushions, the things, and put them back on there. You don't see it on camera, but I do go and find an old throw to throw over this because my dog Harry will get up here and lay down. He doesn't get on any of the other surfaces in the house, so I guess I'm okay with him being on this couch. He's a really, really good dog. Now, Trixie and Lulu will climb all over everything, and Trixie is one of those dogs that if you don't see her do it, she's gonna, like, if you're not in the room with her, she's gonna do it regardless. Harry, no, he likes his couch, so I'm not too concerned about it. And again, I sprinkled more refresher and put that back down over it. I do like to do this, so I do it in my living room too, but it always looks so much worse when I go to actually vacuum the couch. All right, so we're back in my room on another day, and I'm in here tidying up because it's a disaster. And I'm going to take the rocking chair out and put it in that back room too. Now, if you're wondering why I haven't done this before, it's because my kids were in that room a lot of times, and now where they have their TVs in their room, and they don't go in that room at all in the back. So that chair is like over 100 and some years old. It's a family heirloom. So I know a lot of people are like, what's the point of furniture if you're not going to use it? And for the most part, I have that mindset, like with my couches in the living room and stuff. The kids are going to plop, they're going to spill stuff. You know, that's why they're camo furniture, because my husband's always wanted to set, and I figure now was the better time while we've got the kids in the house to have something like that. And when they get older, I'll get something nicer that I like and that isn't, you know, I don't have to worry so much about taking care of it because, you know, the kids won't be here. So anyway, I moved the rocking chair, and I call it my smoking chair, even though I don't smoke, into the back room because they will not be used as much. I don't care that people sit in them like we've got company and stuff, but as for like everyday butt scooching, no. So right now, currently, my bedroom is very, very bare, and I have accepted that I like it this way. I like not having a lot of things to clean around. Some people are great with having like knickknacks and furniture, and I honestly, I'm envious. Like, I love the Cracker Barrel look where you got stuff all over the walls, all over the surfaces, knickknacks, you know, all the oddities and ends and stuff. But I can't do it because I don't dust. I'm terrible with that stuff. If it's up off the floor, it's not getting cleaned. So it's just not going to happen. And if I have a surface, I will clutter around it. Like, all of my surfaces are like magnets for junk. So that is why I got rid of all the stuff. Yeah, I guess I started with water bottles now instead of coffee. Coffee has been really upsetting my stomach lately. I think it's where I haven't had much of an appetite. I don't know if that's stress from the job or, you know, Mason leaving, or I don't know what it is, but I've just really struggled with having to just eat a lot. So, which I know part of me's like, well, that's not a bad thing. But then I'm like, no, that's not healthy. So anyway, I have not been drinking a lot of coffee. I have been trying to make sure that I drink a ton of water. I've noticed my skin is like super, super dry too. So, you know, water's usually like the cure-all for everything. At least that's like when I was growing up. My grandmother was like, well, have you been drinking your water and taking your uba baluba root? That's not a real root. That's just, there was always some kind of vitamin I was told that I needed to make sure I was taking if for any ailment. This week, when I go shopping, I am going to be on the hunt for the lemon pine sol. I have been using the pine sol quite a bit this week, and it cleans so well. I noticed, like, I wipe down my cabinets, and it just really does. I mean, it's just a really good cleaner. So hopefully I'll like the lemon pine sol better than the regular, but if not, I'm just going to suck it up and deal with it. Like, it is, I have to say, I can understand why everybody uses it so much. Don't understand why everybody loves the smell. But I do definitely see why, you know, how the product would work. You know, I have realized that I have a lot of realizations on this channel. At last I realize a lot. No, that I do better with a schedule that I can't control, if that makes any sense at all. Like, my house, I got up this morning, and I probably have to go to sleep about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I got up at 7 this morning. But, you know, I knew because I have to be laying down and trying to rest before I go to work, that I'm not going to have any time to clean up my house. So I got up and I made sure that everything was tidied up, the dishes were done. You know, my house is really clean right now. I hope I don't jinx myself, but like, I just do better when I have a schedule like that. And I think about before, when I didn't work, my house was a disaster. And I had all this time. Well, I mean, when I say I have all this time, I had a much more flexible schedule, you know. I think the problem was I always kept thinking, oh, I have more time. I'll just get to it later. I'll just get to it later. And later never came. And then I'd beat myself up about it, and I'd spend all this time like just sitting around moping that, oh, I didn't clean up my house. I needed to do this. I needed to do that. So now I know my house is going to get, you know, cluttered up again, and that's fine. I'm just trying to get to a point now where I don't have as much stuff. This area, again, such an awkward space right here. That's not an excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for a messy house. Well, y'all know what I mean. I'm just saying there's plenty of reasons and explanations, you know, but I just meant, like, just because the space is awkward, that shouldn't be the reason that it's messy. It's messy because I pile stuff on here and just walk away. So I do need to focus on decluttering my areas that I am in every day, like my closet and underneath my sink and this dresser over here. I haven't been putting anything new, and I haven't been buying anything. So I do have to say that, like, nothing new has come into the house. There were a couple Christmas gifts. These towels were a Christmas gift. But like, I have not brought anything new into. I have to say that is the biggest difference this year than any other year before when I have tried to declutter. Like I say, I know you guys hear me all the time, but I always ask myself when I go to really purge an area and start over, what am I going to do different to avoid this from happening? Because like they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So maybe is housework insane because you keep cleaning your house expecting it to stay clean and it never does. I'm just kidding. That was really just me being silly, but there might be a little, a little bit of truth to that. I'm going to become Erica, the great cleaning philosopher. Okay, y'all, this is my weekly Kroger food haul. My goal was to spend less than $75, and I spent $57, and I saved $18.63 in coupons and discounts. So the reason we were spending so less is we had a ton of leftovers, and a large portion of my kids were going to be gone this week, so we really didn't need too much. So we got some ranch salad dressing mix for cracked chicken. Hi. Hold on a second, babe. We got yogurt. Well, y'all know I got my yogurt. I got milk, or that's orange juice. Meat. We got a thing of ground beef. Let's make some hamburger helper. Joe wanted bagels, so I got him the mini.
Yes. They're kind of like mini donuts.
These are Honey Crisp apples. They were on sale. Hold on a minute, honey. I'll show that in just a sec. Cream cheese. It was on sale for $1.99. We have found that we like the McCafe coffee. So they didn't have their regular, so I got their Colombian, but it was on sale for $10.99. Honey wheat bread. The Red Barons were 3 for $10, so I think that made them like $3.33, something like that. So I got 3 of these. These are always good to throw in the freezer. The bananas were 49 cents a pound. I like all these different types of salads, but I'm learning not to buy too many because they go bad quickly, which they're already almost out of date. Joe wanted these for his sandwiches. This milk was like $1.22. I had a digital coupon and then I had a discount. Okay, you guys, so I'm really proud of this purchase. Joe, you want to show them?
It's wrapping paper.
It is wrapping paper, and it's got red cardinals on it, and it was 40 cents for that roll of wrapping paper. Now they had like
For one roll,
10 of them, and I was so tempted to buy all of them because they're cardinals, but then I remembered I would have to store them, and I just cleaned out my closet in the back, and I don't need 10 rolls of wrapping paper because I already have a whole bunch. So I bought one, and I did struggle a little bit with it. I walked out thinking, man, I should go back and buy more. I should go back and buy more, but I didn't. I bought one, and I'm happy with one because one will be just enough for next year because honestly, wrapping paper starts to, kind of crumple and get yellowed and everything else. So anyway, so this is not a lot, but it was, $57. So I don't think that was too bad. Also, today was 4 times the fuel points. So I ended up getting 228 fuel points today. So I've got quite a few to spend. No, I already showed it. Okay, so that's my food haul, y'all. So y'all know, if you've been here, that when I start folding clothes, that means it is towards the end of the video. I have done a little bit better with laundry. Not fantastic. I know I have a load sitting in there right now that needs to be folded. But I got this before it got too out of control. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. It didn't go quite as long as I was planning, but 20 minutes, I think it's probably a good length for a weekly video anyway. I'll probably try and throw some more things in there next week, like with cooking and all that. I got an Instapot, and I have never used one before. Now, I've used a pressure cooker, but not these new fancy Instapots, which I'm really excited. It's got all the stuff in it, like the oven, or the air fryer, and then I think it even has a deep fryer and some other stuff too. So I'm going to be looking for some recipes to try and cook with that. So yeah, I always just thought they were a glorified like pressure cooker, because the one I used to cook with had the seal and the little sizzle thing, and I was always told be careful or you can blow yourself up. So I mean, I know that, so I've always been a little hesitant, so that's why I've never bought one, but my mother-in-law gave me one, and excited to do that. So maybe we'll try some recipes out, here and there. But I want to thank you guys again for all the love and support and prayers. I really appreciate you guys. It means so much to me. And I hope wherever y'all are at, you're having a blessed one. And I'll see you in the next one.